Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The Isupk, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
The Isupk presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. You do not want to miss this one, Israel. Shalom.
And all the warriors be like,
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The Isupk, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Take a light on that. Some light on that.
Okay. I put his garment on. Put his garment on. Go ahead. Put his garment on. Hey, what you got in that bag? Come on.
You already know what I got on that bag, man.
Say less. There you go. There you go. Oh. Are you good? Mm-hmm. Hey, yo, the Passover is right around the corner. Passover. Hey, don't forget Officer Kabar's sauce. His hot sauce, you can put it on the lamb.
Experience for what your ancestors did to my.
This country would be a communist country if it wasn't for Ronald Reagan selling drugs to black.
Ahora estamos en una media.
Oh, yes, I'm serious.
All right, go ahead. I'm listening.
And what happened in 1948?
What's up? You got a question?
Yes. What is the name of y'all's movement?
The ISUPK.
What is that?
The Israelite School of Practical Knowledge.
That's right.
Why do you ask?
So I've heard the term Black Israelites, and I was wondering if that would apply to the general movement.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, Black Israelite.
Yeah.
Black Israelite is an oxymoron. That's like saying white George Washington.
Okay.
George Washington is white. The real Jews are black.
Right.
That's the facts.
Okay. So. If somebody who wasn't educated listened to y'all's message and thought you were a Black Israelite, would you say, yeah, you guys have, that's not correct?
I would say exactly what I told you. Like the exact thing that I told you is that because the world is brainwashed by Christianity, right? Because Israel right now is a white superpower who stole the identity, the popular consensus is that they are the real Jews. But really, they're culture thieves. They created a fake religion. They converted in the 8th century, around 722 AD. And when they converted, they created a fake religion and stole an identity.
So what happened when they converted? Why did you?
No, the people that you call Jewish today,
Yes.
that you believe to be the Jews,
Okay.
converted to a fake religion called Judaism.
Okay.
That's not who they are not ethnically from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
That's right.
Okay. So how did, you said Native Americans, Latinos, and Black people, they're the actual descendants of Abraham.
Correct.
Correct. Would you say that's true in a spiritual sense or in a literal sense?
No, in like spiritually, we're God's chosen people, and ethnically, bloodline.
Okay.
Like you can't, like if I asked you your nationality, what would you tell me?
It's kind of a general white.
Just generally white, right? Something along those lines. But you wouldn't tell me you're Chinese. And if you ate every meal with chopsticks, if you put on a chi su,
Wouldn't make a difference.
it wouldn't make a difference. Well, being a Jew is not a religion, it's a blood right. You know what I'm saying? Birthright. You have to be born from one of the 12 tribes of Israel in order to be a part of the nation of Israel.
So you're literally a descendant.
Literally descendants. And what they are is Jewish, or they're Israelis. Israeli, that means to be an inhabitant of the land.
Okay.
Jewish means of or pertaining to. We are ites. Ite means to be the son of, descendant of. What's up? You got a question?
Yes. What is the name of y'all's movement?
The ISUPK.
What is that?
We're the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge.
That's right.
Why do you ask?
So I've heard the term Black Israelites, and I was wondering if that would apply to the general movement.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, Black Israelite,
Yeah.
Black Israelite is an oxymoron. That's like saying white George Washington.
Okay.
George Washington is white. The real Jews are black.
Right.
That's the facts.
Okay. So if somebody who wasn't educated listened to y'all's message and thought you were a Black Israelite, would you say, yeah, you guys have the general idea, but that's not correct?
I would say exactly what I told you. Like the exact thing that I told you is that because the world is brainwashed by Christianity, right? Because Israel right now is a white superpower who stole the identity, the popular consensus is that they are the real Jews. But really, they're culture thieves. They created a fake religion. They converted in the 8th century, around 722 AD. And when they converted, they created a fake religion and stole an identity.
So what happened when they converted? Why did
No, the people that you call Jewish today,
yes,
that you believe to be the Jews,
okay,
converted to a fake religion called Judaism.
right, okay,
That's not who they are. Not ethnically from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
that's right. Okay. So how did you said Native Americans, Latinos, and Black people? They're the actual descendants of Abraham. Correct. Would you say that's true in a spiritual sense or in a literal sense?
No, in like spiritually, we're God's chosen people, and ethnically, bloodline.
Okay.
Like you can't. Like if I asked you your nationality, what would you tell me?
It's kind of a general white.
Just generally white, right? So something along those lines. Right. But you wouldn't tell me your Chinese. And if you ate every meal, what you do to him?
I ain't do anything. We come out here to teach. You know what? What do you think about the forgiving the murderer? Because we all go through stuff, depression and that. What if he do depression and took over? How about forgiving him?
I can forgive him. Forgive us all.
Should his family forgive him? Should Charlie Kirk's family forgive him?
Yes.
That's I understand. You're an honest woman. You're honest. Because a lot of people that say they're Christian they want to hurt. And that's the problem with this. Right. Oh, yeah, it was a club.
Innocent. We have suffered the same pain inside of America. We are brothers. Read it. And lick up the dust of thy feet. Go ahead, Dawadah. And do what? And lick up the dust of thy feet. And they're going to kiss the boots of the children. And guess what? Whatever God says is going to happen, he does it.
Do you need that thing?
You haven't destroyed the. What sin can't you?
America is hell for the Native American. You familiar with the Native American? The Native American had their land, America stole it from, pushed on nations, and then at the same time the government said, the lands that we push you on are not suitable for you to raise children on. So we're going to create boarding schools and take your children from you by force, like they do today, and educate them and colonize them into and assimilate them into white culture. You understand that? Where they molested our children and did all kind of heinous crimes and acts. See, what black people don't understand is the Native American and Hispanic are your brother, man. The Native American fails to realize that black people and Mexican people are your brother. And these other nations are not our brother. And why do I emphasize that? Because we seem to love everybody else. Black people said, oh, this is not our fight, in response to what's going on with how ICE is hunting the steps of the Hispanic man, woman, and child. Black people said in their ignorance, that's not our fight. Nigga, that is your fight. That is absolutely your fight. Don't you know that the thing they doing to them?
Shalom Israel. Nosotros somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos de 1 Oeste, calle 125 en Harlem, Nueva York. Abajo de Comandante General Yohana. Shalom, Israel. We're the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth of the Bible to you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, informing you that you're the true Israelites spoken about in the Holy Bible. Tonight's class is Isupk's San Antonio's law class. And the title of tonight's class is Love or Hate. I mean, love is in the air, right? Everybody can feel it. Love is in the air. You go to the grocery store, you see all kinds of hearts everywhere. You see, stuffed little teddy bears and candy chocolates and what have you. What I mean? Just love everywhere. Cards on special with the roses, and then the advertisement of love is just everywhere, right? But what are they really advertising? Is it really love or is it hate? We're going to find out tonight. We're going to find out what this twisted representation of love called Valentine's Day, what it actually represents, what it actually is, and what it is to God. Because everybody thinks that this holiday is just like, just to show your love and your devotion to your loved one, right? But are you showing devotion to who you think you are? Because the spirit of this holiday is wicked, and you're not showing your devotion to who you think you are. You're being manipulated through propaganda and false history. We don't learn history. We don't learn true history in schools, but we teach you here. We teach you the truth here because this is the home of the truth. Let's get into it. Let's get into that article, the Huffington Post article. Let me pull it up with you. Let me pull it up with you. We're going to read an article that I sent young man here, and it talks about the origins of this holiday that everybody's about to, frantically go out and make reservations for. You know what I mean? They want to make all these reservations to go out to eat to this, a nice restaurant. You know what I mean? Because they want to, they want to show out for their loved one, right? They want to show out and in hopes to maybe even get lucky at the end, right? At the end of the night, maybe even get some, right? Because it is a season of love, right? We're gonna see what it really is. Go ahead.
It goes Valentine's Day, ancient festival of sexual frenzy.
Of what?
Sexual frenzy.
Sexual frenzy. Yeah, that's what everybody's, in hopes of, right? At the end of this night, where you take your girl or your loved one, right? Because Lord knows what people are doing out there nowadays. It's just LGBTQ crazy out there. But anyway, at the end of that night on Saturday, right? At the end of the night, you're gonna take them out to eat. Then you're gonna take them maybe to a movie or to the bar, right? You're gonna take them dancing to the bar, to the club, right? You're gonna take them dancing. Women love to dance, so they're gonna be dancing, right? And you're gonna want them close to you, so you spark up a connection, right? The smart ones play it that way. Now you take them dancing. They get close to you, feel each other's breaths on your neck. You know what I mean? It's very intimate. You know what I mean? It gets the juices flowing, as I'm gonna say I'm caught in loss for words, but it's like not really an aphrodisiac, but it's like it sets the tone of the night, right? So you're gonna take them to the club, and after that, while you're all liquored up, right? Because everybody knows you go to the club, you go to the bar, you're gonna have to have something to drink. You're gonna have to have some a few shots, a few beers, right? Get them all loose, and then at the end of the night, everybody knows that what the goal is. Everybody knows what the goal is. I'm like, we're all grown here. I don't gotta say it, right? Anyway, go ahead.
But Salakia. By Mama Donna Haynes.
Right. Now go ahead and read above it the
Okay,
right
go.
below sexual frenzy.
Valentine's Day has its roots in ancient orgiastic festivals.
What?
In ancient orgiastic festivals.
Orgiastic festivals, right? An orgiastic festival is what the spirit of this holiday is about, right? That's what it's about. It's based on a sexual frenzy. Go ahead.
On February 14th, the Romans celebrated Febris,
Right.
meaning fever, a sacred sexual frenzy in honor of Juno Februa, an aspect of the goddess of love.
Right. Juno Februa. So we all know what Juno is, right? Because I taught a class on before the so-called New Year. Juno was a Greco-Roman god. It's just a two-faced god, right? One looking forward, one looking. This one is called this false idol, false god. This one's called Juno Febrera, which is a goddess of love, right? This is what you're worshiping on Valentine's Day. You think that you're just devoting your love to your special one, right? But at the end of it, after it's all said and done, the spirit behind this holiday is idol worship. Is worship of a false god. That's what it is. Go ahead.
Valentine's Day has its roots in ancient orgiastic festivals. On February 14th, the Romans celebrated Febris, meaning fever, a sacred sexual frenzy in honor of Juno Februa, an aspect of the goddess of amorous love. The sex fest coincided with the time when the birds in Italy were taught to mate.
We're thought to mate. See, talk about the birds and the bees, right? So they would see the birds chirping and singing to each other, right? So it's a different season, right? It's just changing of the seasons, right? The birds, they fly south for winter, right? In any hemisphere, from the west hemisphere to the eastern hemisphere, birds fly south for winter because that's where it's warmer. So at this time, especially here in San Antonio, today was warm. It was warm. It started out real nice, kind of misty. It was nice. It felt nice. But throughout the day, if you're working outside like most of us do, you start to sweat. Like you feel it. You feel the seasons starting to change. Go ahead.
The ecstatic rites of the goddess merged over time with those of Lupercalia.
Lupercalia, we're going to read about that too. But this wicked holiday, Lupercalia, it's got some wicked practices that are basically not followed today, but the spirit of it still lives within Valentine's Day. Go ahead.
The bawdy festivals in honor of the pagan god of sex.
The god of what?
God of sex.
See the infatuation of just sex, right? They're all just, worshiping sex, worshiping their flesh. Go ahead.
Drugs and rock and roll. Pan which were observed in the following day, February 15th.
Go ahead.
On Lupercalia, named incidentally in honor of the she-wolf who suckled Romulus and Remus. When the women inscribed their names on love notes or billets and then drew lots to determine who their sex partner would be during this anything goes festival of erotic games.
Yo, so anything goes, right? Like they'll be in the streets just naked, right? Anything goes. And I'm pretty sure they still have parties like this today. Like, I don't know if y'all ever seen this movie, if y'all remember Eyes Wide Shut with Tom Cruise, that they would dress up in these like masquerade balls, right? They'll go into like this mansion or somebody's like secluded area, right? And it was just all types of debauchery going on. People were running around naked, but the only thing they had on was that mask, right? The mask that you see a lot of people wear during you'll see them at the Mardi Gras or what have you, or some type of masquerade balls, whatever. Like that's the spirit behind it, where it's all self-restraint is let go. But it's okay because nobody sees who you really are. It's all a facade, right? They put on a mask. It's say like it's like a free for all. Go ahead.
Sulpicia or Sulpicia, a first century BC Roman poet, describes her participation in the events with hearty candor. As last love has come, I would be more ashamed to hide it in cloth and leave it naked. I prayed to the muse and won. Venus dropped him in my arms, doing for me what she had promised. Let my joy be told. Let those who have none tell it in a story. Personally, I would never send off words in sealed tablets for none to read. I delight in sinning and hate to compose a mask for gossip.
She delights in what?
I delight in sinning and hate to compose a mask for gossip.
Go ahead.
We met. We are both worthy.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. See, that's the spirit. She said that she would at the beginning of it, she had wrote that to hide it in cloth, then leave it naked. You know, she was more ashamed to put on her clothes to hide her body than to just flaunt it out. Like she didn't even want to wear that mask, right? It's like in those masquerade balls, right? Like she just flaunts her sin right out there. Go ahead.
Naturally, the fathers of the early Christian church outlawed the observance of Lupercalia as lewd and
heathenish, right? Because it's pagan in its origin. Lupercalia, you know, it's supposed to honor a dog, really. That's what it is. So what do dogs do? They call men dogs. Why? They go crazy when they're heat, and they do what?
Let their instincts.
Yeah, they run their instincts and just
Let their instincts take over.
they just get whatever, right? They go and you know they go out and just hump anything, right? Well, that's the spirit of this holiday. It's just, you know, let your flesh just take over. That's the spirit of Valentine's Day. That's the spirit of Lupercalia. That's the spirit of febre, or whatever they called it, the fever. Go ahead.
However, they were quite unable to halt the practice. Eventually, it was necessary to create a sainted martyr whose feast day would be observed on February 14th.
Yo, so read that again, because I don't think, for the people in the back, I don't think they heard that.
Eventually, it was necessary to create a sainted martyr whose feast day would be observed on February 14th.
Let's put a pin in that. I'm gonna bring up a scripture real quick, because what they did was, of course, the Christian church is not the truth. It's not. This is just evidence. This is further evidence. If you didn't know now you know that the Christian and the Catholic Church is not the truth, because they would rather have public influence dictate on how they say the word of God is represented, other than having the word of God represent or dictate, public influence. They are not the truth. I'm gonna bring out an article. I mean, not an article, but a scripture. Let me find it real quick. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 33.
Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 33.
Mm-hmm.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 33. Why trimmest thou that? Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love?
Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? What did the Christian and what did the Catholic Church do? They trimmed their ways to appease to the public. That's what they did. Just so the people can still come into the church and put their tithes into that bucket. That's what they did. Go ahead.
Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways.
Right. That by doing that, they just taught they just taught you how to be wicked in a lot of ways, right? But it's the season of love, right? It's the season of love, so it's okay, just as long as it's in the name of love. Or is it hate? We're going to find out tonight. All right, drop that. Let's go back to the article.
In this way, the church could sanction a celebration that it simply could not suppress.
Yeah, it could not suppress it because people were going to be debauchers, whatever, right? They're just going to follow their flesh. And they weren't trying to fight that whatsoever. They want to sanction it. That's crazy. Go ahead.
There are depending on the source, anywhere from 3 to 8 Saint Valentines. Each has a conflicting biography concocted by a different author.
Yo, so what does that tell you? It's made up. It's false. It's false. So all them not idols. Well, yeah, they are idols, right? But all them saints that you go and light a candle to in the Catholic Church, a lot of them are made up. They're not even real. Some of them are, but they're not saints. They're just men sent out by the Catholic Church to press and seduce the people into their sinful ways. That's all it is. It is not the truth. Go ahead.
But in every version, he emerges as the pardon of lovers, bowing to the original intention of the occasion.
Oh, the original intention of the occasion, right? For love. It's all in the name of love. No, but we just read that it was just all about the orgies, a sexual frenzy. Okay, go ahead.
The first St. Valentine's Day was celebrated in 468 AD. In the beginning, the church attempted to institute the practice of exchanging billets printed with pious sermons and scripture to encourage a holy attitude.
so they took the practice of, you know, these are basically, um what did we used to hand out during Valentine's Day in school? Those little cards, Valentine's cards. That's just what they are. That's the ancient practice of Valentine's Day cards, right? Where like, you know, I'm just going to throw a name out there. Uh, Dear Julie, will you be mine? Happy Valentine's Day, right? It, it's it's the same thing. And then you fold it up in a little envelope, and then you put it in her little decorated basket, right? That they have on the edge of their desk. And then they go and brag to their girlfriends who has the most cards. It's the same exact practice. Go ahead.
What a dry substitute for a physical experience of divine ecstasy that the people craved. Needless to say, the experiment failed on a grand scale.
Yeah, it's crazy.
By the 14th century, the celebration of Valentine's Day had lost all Christian content and had reverted back to the love fest of old, albeit tempered by more than by more than 1,000 years of church imposed morality built on the separation and opposition of body and soul. One now strove for perfection of the spirit through the repression of the body. Courtly love, which was chaste and pure, was the ideal in the Middle Ages.
Yo, that's crazy how they just twisted up love and sex. It's all about your flesh, right? That's what this, you know, this holiday, the spirit behind all this holiday is about just letting your flesh take over. And just a lot of people, you know, you crave sex, your body craves sex. But the truth, the fact is, sex is a responsibility. Sex is marriage, and marriage is sex, according to the word of God. So they're just go out and they're getting married, right? They're having all these orgies, right? That's fornication. Because once you have sex with a person, that they are now your husband and wife, right? Like if a female and a male are laying down together, they are now married. Let's say she goes out with another man after that, right? Ugh, it's disgusting because it's just like you're swapping anyway. You're just swapping down each other's fluids, and it's just disgusting, right? But now she's committing adultery on the man that she just married. They're just willy-nilly committing fornication. You know what I mean? All in the name of just love. Is it really love or is it hate? Go ahead.
Valentine greeting cards, Valentine greetings have their roots in the love billet exchange at Lupercalia. Though the very first love letter was written on a clay tablet some 4,000 years ago, it was signed "Your loving wife who has had a child." Charles Duc d'Orleans is credited as being one of the early creators of modern Valentine.
Oh, you can go ahead and drop this article. You go ahead and drop it. It just goes back into like no, you keep reading. I'm just like keep reading. Go ahead, yeah.
Being one of the early creators of modern Valentines, confined in the Tower of London after the Battle of Agincourt in 1415. He sent his wife poetical or amorous addresses that is rhymed love letters, friendship cards were extremely popular in 18th century Germany. The first American Valentines were crude sorts of homemade cards exchanged by the colonists. But in 1723, Valentine writers were imported from England. These booklets, which included many verses and messages that could be copied out onto fine gilt or decorative papers in fancy script, were DIY manuals for the creation of the much more sophisticated and finely crafted Valentine project. Commercially printed Valentines were introduced in about 1800. Today, we still send each other Lupercalia billets inscribed with the names of our desired romantic partners. And these cards are still, thousands of years later, decorated with cupids and arrows, birds, flowers, and hearts. These original simple symbols of Lupercalia have come down to us intact, but thoroughly sanitized of their original flesh and blood intensity.
Yo, flesh and blood intensely, because it was all about, following your flesh. And I don't know if this article goes into it.
Symbolism and everything says that it's still intact. Like
Right.
kept the symbols of the arrow, the bow, the
Right.
yeah.
Right. It's all still intact,
it's all those-
because in Lupercalia, right, it was a holiday dedicated to the wolf that suckled Romulus and Romulus and, well, anyway, the two brothers, right, of Romulus and I forgot his other name. It said it, but the founders of Rome. Is dedicated to a dog, a wolf. So I don't know if this article says it, but what they would do is they would sacrifice a wolf or a dog and skin it, and they would make these like whips or like tongs of the like thongs of the skin, like straps, and the skin would be all bloody, right? And they would, whenever they would like a girl, they would sack them with the leather of the wolf, right? And if a girl was all bloody from all the smacks that she got, she was like mostly well desired, right? And then all the other women will be envious of her. That's how it's bloody. You know what I mean? That's how this holiday is bloody. And then that's why red was such a famous color for Lupercalia and and the what was it, fever. Yeah, because I mean that's what they would do. They would sacrifice dogs or or wolf to their Greek, to their Greek or Roman god. All in the name of fornication, all in the name of debauchery. Go ahead.
The chubby Valentine carob, also familiar to us, is an insipid and impoverished characterization of Cupid, the Roman equivalent of the Greek god Eros, the Hindu Kama. He was the son of the Roman Venus and Mercury, the Greek Aphrodite and Hermes. It says she was thus an hermaphrodite, an embodiment of the duality and opposition of the heterosexual union.
Yo, that's crazy. Right. I mean, because it's Greek. Greek, everybody knows Greeks were homosexuals. That's how like Alexander the Great or Alexander the Freak, that's how he ended up, succumbing to his illness, because he was a homosexual, or Slakia. He was a LGBTQ.
Oh, so that's where the word hermaphrodite comes from.
Right.
Hermes and Aphrodite.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right.
I didn't know that. I just read that back. That's where the word hermaphrodite.
Like hermaphrodite, Hermes and yeah. That's crazy. And then you see how twisted this Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right. Go ahead.
The arrows that Cupid shoots are the phallus. Whoa, something happened.
Phallus.
Are the phallus.
Or the phallus. You know what a phallus is, right?
No, brother.
A phallus is like an obelisk. Obelisk is a phallus. You know what an obelisk is, right? Egypt. You know what that represents, right? A rod. That's what a phallus is. A rod. A man's reproductive penis. Yeah. That's what a phallus is. Go ahead.
Or the lingham. These projectiles of passion are usually depicted piercing the heart, a graphic image of penetration reminiscent of the arrows that the Hopi shoot into rounded vulvic bundles of corn as a ceremonial gesture of fertility.
Right. See, and that's what the heart represents. The heart represents like the human heart doesn't look like what everybody draws, right? But pun intended. What does it look like? Yeah, that's what it is. And that the arrow is penetrating it. It's all about sex. Yeah. It's when everybody draws a heart, it's just an upside down or upright derriere. Yeah, booty. That's what it is. So the arrow represents the phallus, which is a penis, and he's striking the heart. Well, what it's just a sexual act. That's all it is.
But they made it lighter so they can get money out of it.
Right, and it's all, and now they downplay it. Yeah, they downplay it so they can get money. Plus, they downplay it so the kids won't be or they're desensitized to it, but they'll
so they can tag them along.
Yeah, so the kids can tag along. That's why Cupid is a little cherub. A cherub is supposed to be like an angel, right? Well, if you read in the scriptures, angels were not babies. With these baby eaters, they're eating babies. Yo, eating babies. Yeah, all kinds of debauchery going on. All kinds. Yeah, what do you think Epstein Island was?
That's what I'm saying. That's the word that slipped my Epstein.
Yeah, just imagine what's going down over there. Epstein is unalived. He supposedly he unalived himself with a Kleenex blanket, supposedly. But anyway, we don't get into conspiracy theories here. Yeah, we don't get into conspiracy theories, but go ahead.
The other symbols are clear, but just what is this heart shape supposed to signify anyway? Certainly, it bears no resemblance whatsoever to an anatomically correct actual heart.
Right, and we just broke that down. It's just a derriere, a booty.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
It goes on to the symbol is reminiscent of a bending over buttocks.
Yeah,
because our ancestor kissing cousins, the apes, do it from behind. Per please. Oh my
God.
The horizontal double dip
it's
goes
just
on into explaining, and then
you can
ends.
You can drop that. It's fine. That's the spirit of Valentine's Day.
Right.
It's all about debauchery, right? We already read the Cupid one, so you don't have to bring up the Cupid. It's all about just satisfying your flesh, letting your flesh take over, and being, unashamed of it. Just letting it all hang out. That's the spirit of Valentine's Day. Right. That's why. Remember I said that's why the article was better. That's the spirit of Lupercalia. Lupercalia, because it was it was a holiday that honored the wolf that supposedly suckled Romulus and his brother. Romulus and Remus, yes. Right. That it's a myth that, yeah, those are the two brothers that originate or started Rome, right? And supposedly they were raised by a wolf. And Lupe, like, yeah, yeah. Because that's how you say wolf in Latin. It's like lupus or something like that. I forgot how you say it, but it's that's how you say it's in honor of a dog. So you go out and act like a dog, a dog in heat on Valentine's Day, right? You go out and you drink until you're practically slurring your words, right? And then you just hook up. That's the spirit of Valentine's Day. But people think it's all about love and devotion when it's actually devoted to a false god. That's who you're paying homage to. It's not love. It's not showing your devotion to your loved one, to your special one for the night, right? And it's crazy because a lot of, I'm going to say, relationships are determined by Valentine's Day. A lot, right? Let's say, just say for instance, like if you like a male, right? I know this was a rule when I was growing up. Hey man, it's too close to Valentine's Day. Don't even call it until after February 20th. Or
this. You're right about that one, but I'm saying, or if I don't get her anything for Valentine's.
yeah, if I don't get anything for Valentine's, if I don't go out and buy those dozen of roses, those chocolates,
You know what I'm saying? So it's either you avoid it
or you vote, or you got to. You got to do it because yeah. And but it's all about like let's say like in Lupercalia, the girl that got hit with the most uh wolf skins was considered to be like very well admired, right? And she had bragging rights because she had welts on her and blood everywhere on her, right? Well, what do you think these Valentine's gifts are for women? It's bragging rights. It's like, oh look what my man got me. Or much worse, look how much guys bought me Valentine's Day gifts.
Have you seen what they do in Mexico? The regalos buchones, with the flowers, with the roses.
Right.
The cartels when they send the fucking roses like that.
Yeah, they go all out. Yeah.
Roses, like about the size of the wall, bro.
Yeah.
They were fucking 300 roses, bro.
Yeah, and supposedly it's supposed to be all for love. Yeah. No. Love of what? Just the flesh? What are you really showing love to? You think you're showing love to your special one, right? But when before all this, what were people showing love? How were people showing love? They, yeah, being there for each other, right? Every day. That's the key. Every day. But now, on Valentine's Day, you got to go get them roses. You got to go, all out for the reservations for the the fancy restaurants and the hotels, and you know what I mean. It's all a gimmick, man. It's all a facade. Yeah, it's all a facade. It's not about love. It's just something to celebrate. That's crazy. Yeah, to a lot of people, right? To a lot of people, like right, 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 right. Because the whole spirit of it is to go out and buy those Valentine's Day gifts, and you know what I mean, go out and show your devotion to your loved one, to participate in the whole ritual. It's a ritual. That's what it is. It's lupercalia. It's yeah. You're there. You're participating. They have desensitized us to this, right? By of course, the church sanctioned it, right? By inventing a saint for it. It's crazy. It's wicked, really. It's wicked. But people think it's just about love. Slakia. Uh let's get into Exodus 20, right? Let's go to Exodus 20. Let me get there with you real quick. But I'm gonna get in the sword. I'm gonna get in the sword real quick. I like to read it like on hands on.
That's what I need to do. I need to practice it on the floor.
Start at let's start it at 1. Go ahead, start at 1.
The book of Exodus 20, verse 1. And God spake all these words, saying,
Go ahead.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage, right? This is when the Lord, got us out of Egypt. Everybody knows what happened in Exodus, right? The story of Passover, which is coming up pretty soon. That's why we're playing all those Passover promos. Remember, pay your Passover fee. But that's something to celebrate. It's Passover. Yeah. It's exactly what it is. Right. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
No, it's okay to worship a dog.
No other gods before me.
No other gods before me. So on Valentine's Day, when you go out and buy your Valentine with that he, she, God on it, with the little cherub known as Cupid. What did the Lord say about that? Read it from top of 3.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Cupid represents a Greco-Roman god, right? He's the son of, he's the son Shiite of yeah. It just shows the spirit of the oppressor, right? Of a kid with a phallus symbol arrow. Being deviant. It's crazy, bro. Like that's Epstein Island. Epstein Island to the fullest. And we wonder why they don't want to, reveal the files, because this has been in their spirit since way back when. Go ahead.
Thou shalt make Salakia, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
No, it's okay to write down these little love notes, these little Valentine's ballots, and have Cupid on there, and those hearts and arrows and all that, right? Go ahead.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above.
Right. Supposedly little cherubs, little baby angels are in heaven, right? When I don't know if they can see this, right? This is a cherub. I don't see no baby anywhere here. Right? On the Ark of the Covenant, these represent cherubs, which is an angel. Cherubs are angels, but they don't look like little babies to me. No. It looked like two grown men. It looked like two grown men. Right? It's not no little baby. So I don't know why. Yeah, they're covering the holy seat with their wings. Right? It just represents the cherubs. But it's not a little baby. It's not like some little infant in a diaper holding up a bow and arrow. Go ahead.
Or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them.
Nor serve them. No, but it's okay to serve them on February 14th.
Nor serve them.
No, serve them. No, but it's okay to make that reservation.
Nor serve them.
Nor serve them. The Lord does not want you practicing or participating in any way of serving a false god. Go ahead.
For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
Whoa. So is this really showing love? Is Valentine's Day really about love? Read that again.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord, thy God, am a jealous God, visiting
thy God, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. Thy God. This is written, to the Israelites. The Lord is speaking to the Israelites right here. That's to you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. The Lord thy God. Go ahead.
Thy God am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
No, of them that love me.
Of them that hate me.
Of them that hate me. So, are you really showing love on Valentine's Day? When you're serving another God, when you're participating in the following and the worship of a dog, which is completely, how can I say, far-fetched, because I don't think a dog will actually, a wolf really will suckle two little babies. Right? They eat it up. It'll eat it up. Just think practical right now. So that story of Romulus and Remus, that was just like a folk tale, almost like how Hercules was suckled by a a goat or what have you. It's the same thing. It's just a myth, a fable.
Somebody raised by wolves.
Yeah, it's false, and that's who you're serving. So you can go out on Valentine's Day and be a part of that sexual frenzy. Yeah, you're keeping that spirit alive, that spirit of worshiping a false god. You're keeping that alive. Yeah, another white god, another white god. You're keeping that spirit alive, and now the kids. I mean, we've been doing it for like I know when I was in school. My mom had to go buy those Valentine's Day cards, and I'd fill them out and hand them out and all that, right, to all your friends and that special one that you wanted, you know what I mean, to be yours. It's yeah, like I mean, people think it's so innocent. But oh yeah, the little heart candies were so dry. They're all like chalk, like you're eating chalk, like fruit flavored chalk. Oh,
Should have never said Epstein files, but now I'm remembering all our kids are going through this.
yes,
In first pre-K, kinder, first grade, second grade, third grade,
all the way, all the way until like fifth or sixth.
Fifth or sixth grade, you're still naive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then middle school, you start waking up.
And you stop doing all that. Yeah, but you're still buying those flowers.
Oh, that's why you get a little more sexual deviant.
Right.
In middle school, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm saying maybe.
They desensitize sin to us. They desensitize fornication and lasciviousness to us.
You know what? No, I remember them telling us, like, oh yeah, she's your Valentine's. Oh yeah, grab her, kiss her, like when you're a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they desensitize to you. Like, it's crazy. Right. Right. Go ahead.
Where do we stay at?
Those then that hate me.
Verse 6, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me.
So showing mercy of them that love me. So what are you doing on Valentine's Day? Is it about love or hate in the eyes of the Lord?
In the eyes of the Lord, it's about, man, you're hating him. You're
right. Say that again in the mic.
In the eyes of the Lord, you're hating him.
Right. And how do we know that?
Because you're steering away from him.
Right, but because we just read it. We just read it.
Yeah. You you're even the writing a little card, which is what did it say it was? Engraven image, right? You're engraving something, right? And yeah, you're basically
you're worshiping another god.
You're worshiping another god.
You're worshiping a little cherub,
a little kid.
Yeah,
a little
cherub.
Yeah,
it's in the spirit of Lupercalia, which is a holiday devoted to a dog. And running around naked and having debauchery everywhere, where they would have sexual frenzy orgies in the streets. You're serving your flesh. That's not love. You're not showing love to God. You're disobeying the very words that the Lord commanded us not to do. You're showing hate. So is Valentine's about love or hate? You can drop that. Let's get into Jeremiah chapter 10.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10,
Go ahead.
verse
Go ahead. 1.
verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
O house of Israel, hear these words. Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. Go ahead.
Thus said the Lord, hear not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed.
Read that again.
Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the heathen. No, but it's okay to learn, Valentine's Day customs.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the heathen. Don't do like they do. Go ahead.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven. The birds fly where? Where do the birds fly?
South or north?
No. Where you see, where do the birds fly? When you see a bird fly, where's it flying?
To his nest.
It's in the sky.
It's in the sky. Oh, where is it flying?
Where is it flying?
Oh, it's in
the sky. It's in the heavens.
Mm-hmm.
So they see the birds flying, coming and mating. It's a sign of the signs of the time, right? Of the seasons. Seasons are changing. They're dismayed at that, so they make a whole fever festival of it, because now the birds are telling us that it's time to mate.
Yeah, that's what I said. They fly like south for like migrating. When they're migrating and then like north.
Right.
South and north. Migrations are the signs.
Right. It's a sign. You see a bird flying in the sky. You know what I mean? It just was cold 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? Now it's warm. You see a bird flying and it's whistling and trying to attract another bird. So it's mating season for the birds. Hence the word season. Go ahead, read that again.
Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
The heathen are dismayed at them. Learn not the way of the heathen. Don't follow their holidays just because they're dismayed at a sign, at a season. They're worshiping a season. Are you showing love or are you showing hate when you worship a season? When the Most High God created seasons. Go ahead.
For the customs of the people are vain.
They're vain, which means they're not important. They're nothing. You can go ahead and drop that. They're vain. They're nothing. Let's get into Salakia. Let's go to Galatians. Galatians 5. Let's start at 19.
The book of.
But before you say that, I'm going to say this. Everybody is going to go out there and they're going to, try to go buy the last minute Valentine's Day gifts, because let's face it, we don't really think about it. It's the women that really think about Valentine's Day gifts. I mean, it's sentimental to them. Us men, we really don't pay it no never mind. We just do it because they like it. You know what I mean? So we're basically forced to go out and buying those roses, buying those cards, those Valentine's Day cards, and those big teddy bears, right? Which is another custom of the heathen. Because, like, what is a teddy bear? It's an animal, right? It represents an animal. Right. Well, they just call him Teddy, but most likely he probably did. But anyway, you go out and buy that furry bear, right? It's still keeping that Lupercalia spirit alive, because what they do, they sacrificed an animal and slap them with the hairy leather. You know what I mean? So you're going out and buying a furry bear and giving it's the same thing. It's the same spirit. It's the same thing with those red roses and the red box of chocolates, right? I've noticed red is such a like prominent theme of Valentine's Day because it represents all the blood that was shed for their supposedly special one. And we're talking about Romans and Greeks. So it wasn't always male with females. So that's the spirit of Valentine's Day. Is you're offering a sacrifice, dog to your loved one. And the blood that you shed for it represents the love that you have for them. It's crazy. Like you're committing like abomination. A blood sacrifice for a dog. Just to chase the satisfaction of your flesh. To satisfy your flesh. Right. It's not enough. Not enough. They want you to go and sacrifice that dog. Oh, sacrifice that dog. Yo, it's crazy. You better go get it out the mud if you want some of this. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. When I could just walk down the street on any other day and pick a rose, you know what I mean, from somebody's or
actually go get a nice one.
You can. I mean, it's not unlawful to buy your woman some flowers. It's not. Plant her a bush of roses. Yeah. Yeah, but man, it's but on Valentine's Day, they want you to go and sacrifice that dog, right? That's crazy. It's crazy. Go ahead.
Galatians 5, what, brother?
It was at 5:19, but we're on Salakia.
No, 5:19. Galatians 5:19.
Yeah, 5:19. Yeah.
The book of Galatians 5:19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest.
They're manifest. The works of the flesh are manifest, right? Which means these are the works of the flesh, and that you can see them come to fruition. Go ahead.
Which are these? Adultery, fornication,
right? Which means unlawful sex acts, like laying down with man, women with women. And that's going to be happening a lot on Valentine's Day because that's just the spirit. Remember, this is a Greco-Roman festival. And that's what the Greco-Roman are known for, as being Leviticue. Yeah, Greco-Roman wrestling, they wrestle naked. Why would you want to wrestle? That's just those words can't even come out of my mouth. It's crazy. Yo, pause. Okay, go ahead.
Adultery, fornication,
right? Fornication. So when you lay down with a man, that is now your wife, women. So if you're having those, sexual frenzies and you're laying down with a man, and then you're going to lay down with another man, you know what I mean? Throwing caution into the wind, just letting your flesh take over. You're committing adultery. Go ahead.
Uncleanness.
It's unclean. You know what I mean? A man just got done, extruding his seed into you. then another man is going to extrude his seed into you. It's uncleanness. Go ahead. Lasciviousness.
Lasciviousness.
Yeah, let's look up that word right there.
I got you, brother.
Because that's the whole spirit of Valentine's Day is lasciviousness. That's what you're, giving your spirit to. Go ahead.
Lasciviousness refers to a state of unbridled lust, wantonness, or lewd behavior.
Unbridled, right? A sexual frenzy. It's unbridled, which means you're just letting it all hang out, letting it all loose. That's what Valentine's Day is about. Is worshiping your flesh. Go ahead.
Or lewd behavior, often characterized by a shameless, explicit, or offensive pursuit of sexual pleasure.
Right. That's what Lupercalia, that's what Fibre was about. That's what Valentine's Day is about. It's all about worshiping your flesh in the spirit of a false god, in the spirit of paying homage to a dog, a wolf, worshiping a little cherub angel that was wasn't a he or a she, it was an it. And we wonder why our youth are so confused today. We wonder why that morals are on such a high decline in our households today. Because we're not upholding the word of God. So we're just letting our flesh rule us. Stop trying to show love to your loved ones by hating God. By hating God. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to show love to your loved ones by hating God. Right. Especially this Saturday. You're going to see all kinds of people lining up to these restaurants. There's going to be such a wait at these restaurants, right? It's going to be hell trying to get into these restaurants. Like, you might as well just not even think about going to a restaurant on Saturday. You know what I mean? Yeah. Friday, yeah. They're in a way till noon. Yo, people are celebrating Valentine's Day tonight. Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. They're already celebrating it tonight. They're already getting ready. No, they're already taking their dates out, going to a restaurant tonight because they know on Saturday it's gonna be way too packed. Yeah, they're just gonna I might as well just take them out dancing or to the club because on Saturday it's just gonna be way too packed to get into anywhere. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, camp is Saturday night. And you're gonna see so many. I'm telling you, you're gonna see so many. You're just gonna right. Whoa. But we're gonna see so many amantes, right? Lovers on Saturday. Sancho y Sanchas y todo, right? Yeah. When they it's crazy because it's crazy. It's crazy. That's crazy. I just learned that phrase, a sananto relationship. That's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Anyway, We're going to see so much of that at camp on Saturday. All in the name of love. So they're trying to show love to their special someone. But what are they really doing?
Hating God.
Hating God.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It's verse 20. Idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance,
Yeah, variance. Yeah.
variance, emulations, wrath, strife,
Seditions.
heresies. Verse 21, envyings, murders.
Right. And envying, right? Murders. What do you think is going to happen when they're going to go out and he's got his Sancha and his Ruka is going to have Sancho and they see them envying and murder and unaliving. That's the spirit that brings forth out of Valentine's Day. Go ahead. Drunkenness.
Give me 1 second, brother. I lost it. It's 12, 13, 14. Envying, verse 21, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings. Revelings.
Which means they're just acting out, like reveling, like just partying.
Rebellings, like rebellious, like rebellings.
Almost, but it's if you want to look it up, you can. Yeah, go ahead. Go look it up.
We're here for, right?
That's right.
That's what we're learning. I'm here to learn.
This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Right. That's right.
Reveling
Revelings.
is the action of participating or lively. Salakia. The action of participating in lively and noisy festivities.
Right.
Especially involving drinking and dancing.
Revelings. Yeah. That's just like going out and going to the raves or what have you. That's what a reveling is. Right? And a lot of times when you go out to these raves, fights happen, and this is because people are so full on the alcohol, right? And they just let that spirit take over them. Well, the spirit of fornication, the spirit of debauchery,
Spirit of reveling.
right, is going to be on high alert on Saturday. Right? It's starting now. But it's all in the name of love, right? It's all in the name of love because you're just trying to show your devotion to that special someone in your life. But we're just reading the works of the flesh. That's all we're doing. We're reading to what happens when you let your flesh take over, which is envyings, murders, drunkenness. That's what happens. But we want to say that it's just all in fun, right? All in love. It's all Cupid's not real. It's just all for the sake of love. But it's hate. It's not love. That's what Valentine's really is. It's hate. You're really showing the Lord hate. Go ahead.
Revelings and such like of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God.
Shall not inherit the kingdom of God? No, they'll inherit the kingdom of God.
Shall not inherit the kingdom of God.
Yeah, but we say that it's all in love, but we're showing the Lord hate. And you say you love the Lord. It's time to stop being a hypocrite and realize what's going on around you. Realize what spirit you're in. Are you in the spirit of love when you're showing the Lord hate? No. We need to stop learning the ways of the heathen and come back to our true culture, to our ways, which is obeying and following the Lord. Why not go to Passover? Why not go to Purim? You can gather with your loved ones then. Show love by cooking a delicious plate of mac and cheese for Purim. Know what I mean? Barbacoa, tacos de lengua. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Tacos de lengua. Oh, pot roast. Yeah, pot roast. Yeah. You can show your love then. But why would you show your love in the spirit of sacrificing a dog by, writing those little Valentine's Day cards and buying roses? And it's exactly what it is. It's a graven image, because the spirit behind those cards is Lupercalia. So you're engraving your name on there. So you're co-signing that worshiping. Yeah. You're participating in it. Exactly. What say for the mic.
I like it, brother. I said all you got to do is come participate in Passover, and
Right.
and everything's okay.
Yeah, participate in Passover. Participate. Go to the Passover.
We're not saying don't be married. We're saying come do it the right thing.
Right. Come do it the right way. Come do it the right way.
Come do it the right way. ISUPK under Commanding General Yohan.
That's right. That's right. And with that, I pass the class over to young man Jose.
We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21 and Malachi 3:8-10 means tenth in the Hebrew. Ma'asharah, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priest. Not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, which is Purim, 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month, Monday the 2nd March and Tuesday the 3rd of March 2026 on Esther 9:20-31. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pant, headband, or a scarf. This concludes the ISUPK security announcements.
And with that, Amijum, which means stand. Sar, Wapan Hakwada, which means turn and face the east. We're going to give the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Quadash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malachwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratza, Kuwa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Natalanawa, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabwatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabwatyanawa, Wala, Tabayanawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashinawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wahala, Wahataparat, La'awalamyam, Aman. What we said in English was, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Sar, which means turn. At this time, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers, men of Israel. Aman Shabbat, Amajum, Barak, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Barakatah, Yajamata, Sar, sisters, Amajum, which means stand. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, Man Shabbat, Amajum, Barak, Yahweh Shamar, Latah Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Yajamata. Class dismissed.